And when you talk about the thought model or the Indian thought, you're going on saying that. I would want the viewers to understand what you mean by that. I'm assuming that it is the Gurukula Paddhati, the system, the Anushtana that you're following, all this. But what exactly is that methodology or the way you think that you want to safeguard and protect through the Gurukula system? So what is the Gurukula system? What is it that you think is the thought model, which is different from what other schools provide?
Yeah. So our rishis had a vision. How should we lead our life? They had a very good vision. And that vision seems very complex when you don't understand the crux of it. When you don't understand the purpose of that vision, you feel it is very complex. You feel that this tradition is saying this, and contradictory rituals are told by this, and there are many mismatches. That's how people see when they don't understand the crux. The crux is that each and every individual is classified into different varnas here. So you have Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. So again, there is a lot of contradiction or different views in this classification also. But we have to understand each and every science will actually classify, explain, predict, and control. Yes. These are the functionalities each and every science have. You
that take any. Call it Shastra. It is science.
Otherwise, yeah, you cannot call it as a science also. Any science you take, you can take Western sciences or Oriental sciences also. You will have these things. Then why don't Dharma Shastra have these things? Then it will be very easy for a Shastrakara to classify the personalities, whoever are born. Okay, then there is a classification. First thing I have to have is that a belief that my Rishi, in which clan I am born or in which tradition I am born, is having a very good plan for me. I need to just follow it in the beginning. See, in a institute also, there will be a hierarchy. The leader will have a top-down view of the institute. He knows what is the greater purpose of the institute, what are the smaller roles of each and every person, what kind of a person he want to give the responsibility of what kind of work. He has a top-down view of it. But the employee or the person who just joined it will not have the top-down view. He will only have the bottom-up view. He will only be working on that small compartment.
Yes.
So in the initial ages itself, because of my father's nurturing and the family background, we understood that our rishis will not betray us.
Yes.
They will take us to the utmost position or the goal in which we have to attain.
It's a Shraddha that people should have.
Yeah, that comes because of Saṃskṛta.
Yes. They call it faith pending understanding. So once you understand, it is faith until you understand it. But once you experience it, then it is not.
But while you are practicing it, you should have the utmost belief that yes, this is the way that I have to go.
Yes.
We had that.
Yes.
So that is why our journey was not having small, goals. We were having a larger goal always. So I actually missed the intent of the question. Could you please?
So it is you are actually answering it in a very beautiful way. My question was, what is different about the Gurukula Paddhati that it needs to be safeguarded? What is so important about it? That you said Indian thought, I'm following only Indian
thought. What model is this?
Yes.
The thought model is, for example, each and every occurrence in your life will be viewed in a different way. You will be viewing that in a different way. I will be viewing in a different way. My brother will be viewing in a different way. So each and every person, after a period of time, according to his experience, according to his samskara, he will create a thought model. Thought model is nothing but what is the reaction in this particular scenario. What is your reaction? The thought model will actually govern your reactions. How are you viewing this world? what is your own perception towards this particular occurrence? So this should be aligning with the Rishi's thought model.
And this is how it is different from the modern education system, because the Rishi doesn't come into play. And there is no space for this diverse thinking, different kind of variety of thinking of individuals, which a Gurukula system allows. The one-on-one with the Guru, as well as flowering of the diversity of thought process, which is depending on the guna and the varna, of course, which is not allowed to flower in a regular system. Am I correct in my understanding?
The larger goal is not set for a student. See, in our Gurukula Paddhati, when you are getting the Upanayana, the concept of Upanayana is very beautiful. Upa Samipe Nayanam Upanayanam. Samipam is near to. To near to whom? To the Guru. When you are moving yourself nearer to the Guru, that itself is Upanayanam. And Guru is an embodiment of knowledge. So the actual meaning of Upanayanam is that you are going nearer to the knowledge. In the process of Upanayanam also, a student is given away to all the forces in this nature. The father, the biological father, is giving his own biological son to all the forces in this nature, which is telling that you are as independent as I am, which is allowing that person to grow in all the ways.
Beautiful.
And he is left, or he is going to a Gurukulam. The biological father is leaving his own son in another Gurukulam. Why? He will also have some love towards him, and there are many things involved. Generally, we don't leave our small kids at the age of 8. But this concept is telling you that you leave. You choose a very apt guru who can lead your kid to elevate him to the higher levels. So you leave away him. So
this is the value for knowledge, as well as the trust in the guru and the system. I think that allows a person to leave a young child of 8.
When an 8-year-old or 9-year-old person is left somewhere else, he is now having responsibilities at the age of 9 and 8 and 9, 10. And one another thing is that he is now exposed to the nature. Like he has to do Agni Karyam daily. So he has to have that Samit sticks, the Palasha Samit or Ravi Samit. So he has to go out. He has to bring them inside. So there are many such things in which he is indulged. He has to pluck flowers for his guru's anushtanam. He has to bring some water for him. And he is doing everything in that household. Means from the age of 9 or 10, he is becoming independent.
Already, yes.
Already he is taking responsibilities. If some guest is coming to the Gurukulam, he is the person who is attending him. He is asking, what do you want? Do you want water? Do you want some food? And this person is allowed to cook from the age of 11 and 12. We do mistakes. We all do mistakes. But in a Gurukulam, you will have a space to do mistakes.
Yes.
Because the Guru is not having moha. There is a subtle difference between prema and moha.
Yes.
Okay. Moha is that a swartha plus prema is moha. So you are having.
There is an expectation from the other party, or
it is beyond expectation actually. See, what we expect from our own kids, that is moha. Want our kids only to shine. They should come first in all. That is the kind of moha. But prema is different.
Yes.
Prema is that not that he should only come first, or he should only be recognized by everyone.
Yes.
He should get what he should get. That is the kind of nurturing. It's just nurturing.
Yes.
So a guru gives you that space to do mistakes, and he is always seeing you and guiding you in all the fronts. It's and not
available
only the
at all
education.
time, because the student is staying.
He's available. Gurukulam. Yes. The difference between a Pathashala and a Gurukulam is that where a guru is staying and the Shishya is also staying along with him, that is a Gurukulam.
And you learn by watching also. It is not just that active teaching. You stay and you see the guru, you learn by watching also. There's so much
So
to learn.
how is my guru interacting with a guest? How is he interacting with his wife? See, I got married at the age of 21 only because of my guru. I was observing the interactions between my guru and Guru Patni so much so that I was inspired to have a relationship like that.
Lovely. Lovely.
Because I can now be the adhara or the foundation for the other ashramas. I understood that by seeing my Guruji. Like there will be brahmacharis coming.
Yes.
There are elders who are in the vanaprastha coming here. There will be sannyasis who are also coming. So that is the inspiration. So this builds the thought model.
Beautiful.
There is a greater vision what our rishis gave. We understand that by seeing our elders. We understand that by training in the Shastras, and we make our own version of that thought model. That is my own thought model. My own thought model might be different. There are some nuances.
There and are some that into your Kameswari foundation, which is beautiful.
And our vision is to create gurus or leaders. Leaders are nothing but gurus, according to us. So we need to nurture students or shishyas in such a way that they elevate themselves and they see the larger picture and they choose their role in a very tender age itself. Beautiful. If you don't have a nishchita abhipraya or a decision about what am I going to contribute in this society, it is very vague, and I don't feel it is very interesting also.
And that is why you see nowadays a lot of youngsters, because they have a lot of angst, what they call as like they're bored quickly, or they don't have attention deficient syndrome they have, and so much crime is committed, and they just go haywire because there is the nischaya that you're talking about. Purushartha nischaya is not there. They don't know, they don't have a path, or they don't follow a guru, mainly because a lot of them think of this as very superstitious or traditional and orthodox. Maybe it's a difficult life. They don't see the benefits of it.
Because of the Western thought model. See, they are trained in a Western education system. All the, karma kanda, whatever we do, they see in a different picture. Because from the independence till now, all the textbooks are seeing our civilization from a communist or even modernist thought
point of view
process only. Yes. They are not seeing as it is. There is a lot of prejudice attached to it. So that is why in our perception or in our model, we don't want to give them any prejudice. Means we don't even want to say that this is good and this is bad. We want to expose them to everything as it is, and we want to see how they are responding.
Beautiful.
See, 2 days, I think yesterday itself, one of my students told that I am doing meditation on Ma Gayatri while I am doing Gayatri Japam. He told me. I never told that you have to meditate Gayatri. He's just 9 years old. See, we should understand that people are born matured. Maturity is not that concept which you will come when your body is aging. Okay, maturity is a concept which is inherent to you. The only thing that an environment and a guru can do is that he can just
allow it to come
or delete which is not needed in his
like a sculptor. Yeah.
Just corrections.
Correct.
You should just channelize. Yes. I was really inspired in the way that small student is saying, and he's saying that it is like Svarga for me. He don't even know what is Svarga actually, but he is explaining his experience that he want to experience that bliss more. He's saying to me, 9 years old kid is saying.
Beautiful.
And it happens only when you don't give them any rigid compartments inside them. You should just expose. You should just give space, and they will come back.
Limit the imagination. It will limit their experience. It will limit what can come out. Definitely. Yes. But where can we, apart from Kameswari Foundation, and it is one of the Gurukulams that is doing this beautiful work, where else, if a person wants, can they access authoritative guidance for Shastra or Sahitya? Where do people go nowadays if they want to?
There are many emerging pathashalas now in India. While we were learning, there were only few, like one in Sringeri, one might be in Kanchipuram. There were very, very few. Varanasi, one or two, Haridwar, one or two. Now it's not like that. There are many people who are starting. In my own acquaintance, at least 6 or 7 new Shastra Pathashalas are emerging. And innumerous Veda Pathashalas are coming. It is abundance. In Hyderabad itself, according to a survey, there are around 35 Gurukulas right now, which are working in their own, way, in their own space. Yeah, Sampradaya and everything.
So what I'm hearing, Surya Garu, is there is no necessity, especially how the modern education thinks that we have to engage and inspire the youth to do certain things. You are saying just leave it open, expose them to Shastra, let them learn and on their own, because that ruchi develops because there is so much that Shastra has to offer. You are saying that it will happen automatically.
But there is one guiding force, which is Anushtanam and Achara. So that larger boundary should be given to the student. I'm not saying that he should be left like actually leaving him. Like we call that as Vishrunkhala. Vishrunkhala means Vishrunkhala means you do whatever you want. I'm not saying that we should say you do whatever you want, but we should give them a larger boundary inside it, whatever they can do. The larger boundary is the Gurukula, physically. The larger boundary mentally will be the Achara. You never try to escape from this boundary, because beyond Achara, I cannot see you. See, actually, when you are interacting with a personality, it's not only body. There are at least 5 or 6 layers in which we interact. When a person is inside the boundary of Achara, an Acharya, see, the name is also Acharya, they call us Acharya. Acharya is that person who is following Achara and letting inspired. Shishya is inspired by seeing him. That is the meaning of Acharya. So inside that boundary, I can interact with these 5 or 6 layers. Okay. So that I can say there is one boundary.
There is that Achara boundary that we have to follow.
Inside that Achara, that boundary, we can leave them and we can see how they grow and we can nurture them and we can also correct them with our own methodologies.
So you think this is one of the effective strategies to propagate the Indian knowledge system, to have this Achara as the boundary, the Gurukula as the boundary, and within that to let the youth, the youngsters grow by being exposed to Achara, Shastra under a Guru. So is this a strategy?
Yeah, to give a larger framework, it revolves around Ananda. Any interaction revolves around Ananda. See, why am I interacting with you? Because it gives me some Ananda. Because you are giving me some space, I am interacting with you. Anandadhyeva khal vimani bhutani jayante anandena jatani jivanti anandam prayanti abhisamvishanti iti. This is what we hear in Bhruguvalli, in Taittiriya Upanishad. Okay, so if we create a framework which revolves around Ananda, these kids don't leave you at all. And you have to map how many different types of Anandas a person can get, and what are those new Anandas that I can give to my children or my own Shishyas. So in a framework also we have to think, what is the Ananda I am giving to a physical body? So we have some list.
Good place,
good food, good comfort, good clothes, and physical training also. They need physical training. Like exercise. I play with my Sishyas. I play cricket, I play dodgeball, I play many things. We all are trained in Kalari. So we all have that thing. We are
train and you have a Kalari trainer?
Yeah, I have a Kalari trainer at the Gurukula. Wonderful. So daily in the morning we train in Kalari. And this is the physical level which is taken care of. Good food. See, whatever I eat with them. all seasonal fruits we eat.
Hmm.
We actually prepare food ourselves. There is no external cook or somebody. We do everything ourselves.
Children and you, everybody.
My Shishyas actually cut the vegetables. They do. I told you, in a Gurukula, you are ought to, you are expected to everything. You will do everything in this institute. Okay. Number 2 is manas. That should be taken care in the beginning. In the beginning interactions with any Shishya, you have to attract his manas. How should we attract his manas?
Story?
So generally,
by stories, via storytelling, or no?
Not everyone is interested in stories. First thing is that you have to talk with them, maintain the eye contact. Number 1. Generally, we treat them as lambs or sheep in a herd. Generally, in any other school, what pin drop silence is one phrase. Finger on your lips. Don't talk. See, I don't understand when a person is learning new things, when he is not talking, how will he actually communicate?
Correct.
Without communicating what he understood, how can a teacher understand what is the level of understanding that particular student has? So, a class which is having no noise is equal to no learning for me, according to me. So, how will a child will be attracted to you? So, you need to understand what are his capabilities, what are his interests. It might be food, it might be games, it might be story sometime, it might be good clothing, something. You should just observe him. You should just laugh, means smile and talk with him. You will understand that within 10 minutes, what is his interest?
Psychology and interest of
Psychology. And you have to travel with him. See, whenever a new student come to my Gurukula, I will take him and go for a small walk to a nearby park or somewhere. I will talk about random birds, trees and leaves and anything which is not related to curriculum. That is the first thing I do. Once his manas is attracted to me, to the Guru, he will not leave me. Now I am rest assured. Leave me means even in any agony or any discomfort, distress, I should be the first person who should he come to. I should not be the last person that knowing, he was
scared and he doesn't come to you. Yeah, he should have that love and respect to come to you. Yes.
So that is the second level I have to take care. The third level is the skill. What are the skills he have? Each one of us have ego. Ego is not a negative thing. Ego is eternal and it should be central of all the activities we do. So I should understand what is his capabilities, what are his skills. For example, some students are very talkative. Generally, in any other school, they want to stop his talkativeness. But I say, if a person is talkative, we have to encourage him because he will be my marketing person hereafter.
He can do Vada with somebody, yes.
He can do Vada, he can propagate like anything because he has that skill to talk in such a way. Talk in such a way that the other person is amused. This is what rasa is. When the other person is having the delight from your interaction, that is rasa. So I have to safeguard this person. One problem a talkative can have is that he might be talking more than necessary. I have to restrict. Again, this achara. Is again dharma and
Maryada comes in place. Yes.
So I should just give him a broader sense of what is the boundary of your talkativeness. That's it. And I myself am a talkative person. So I indulge. I do Vada. I do. So identifying a person's skill is the next level of happiness I give. The next two levels of happiness is which is not related to logic. Those two levels come from Anushtana. When a person is initiated into the Anushtana, slowly, I told the instance of my own Shishya who talked yesterday. Okay, that comes. That is the higher level of, there are two other levels.
Religious and spiritual, you're saying, for viewers to understand. Is it religious, spiritual? Is it self?
To give a definition to it, for any interaction right now, we need senses, we need means. For example, I need language, I need hands, I need Zoom, I need laptop. So for all these interactions, we need some means. There are two other higher level of stages of yourself where you don't need anything. There is only you. So that is the level of interactions. Only you and you. You interacting with yourself. So that level of relation is also there. In any relation, there are these 5 or 6 layers of relation. So what we ensure is that at least we relate in the 3 layers. We are cautious.
Foundation. Yeah.
We are cautious in our mind. Whoever is coming into the Gurukula, we are very cautious that am I addressing him, this particular person, at these levels or not? If I am not able to do, I say to the parent, I can't. Please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is also there, because who
You
is
don't
not
waste
aligned,
their time.
we should not waste their time and my time also.
Yes.
I am on a mission to create future leaders.
Yes.
I want to bring out future MLA or MP also from my Gurukula.
Yes.
So then I should not waste my time.